So in these interesting times that we're living in, online presence and online engagement is becoming more and more important. And most of you would know that I've started doing LinkedIn tutorials on how to optimize your job search over LinkedIn. So what I've decided to do is I'm going to do a 26-day series titled The A to Z of LinkedIn. And I'm going to cover a different topic each day and help you guys to learn a little bit more about LinkedIn and how to optimize it for job search. So, being the first day today, I want to talk about algorithms. And we all know that every social media platform has got an algorithm driven into it to drive content and to drive the best content to the top. And I've done a little bit of research this morning just to try and understand this whole concept a little bit better. And really what LinkedIn's goal is to prioritize relevant content and to promote engagement. Now that sounds really simple. All you have to do is post relevant content and engage. But let's dig into that a little bit more. You know, if you do a Google search on how to optimize engagement or meet with the algorithm for LinkedIn, you're going to hear all sorts of things about the best time to post and the analytics you can use to monitor your post and all sorts of highfalutin technical jargon, which actually doesn't matter. Most social media sites, LinkedIn included, likes organic posts. So I'm going to give you 10 little tips that you can just look at to start boosting your organic posts. And I'm talking to you from a job seeker perspective, but you can obviously apply this methodology if you're in business or whatever you're looking to achieve out of LinkedIn. Just apply the principles and use them to your advantage. So number one, you need to build your connections list strategically. LinkedIn prioritizes connections over followers because, again, it's more organic. So don't just accept anyone who connects with you. Consider whether they're going to add value to your network and whether you can add value to their network. So think carefully about who you're connecting with. I'm not advocating you decline 100 people all of a sudden. LinkedIn does work on the power of connection, so you do need those connections. But think carefully about who you're connecting with. Shake up your engagement a little bit. You know, if you're posting sort of on a daily basis or on a weekly basis, look at different formats you can use, look at including an image, look at doing a video. And something I learned recently, thanks to Uways, was not to post YouTube links because people don't actually see them and they don't read them. It doesn't play automatically in your feed, so it doesn't get as much algorithm weight assigned to it as a native video does. So post videos natively. Look at shared articles that you can share. If you find something in your industry and you think it's relevant, share that. You know, so shake up your engagement a little bit. When you're engaging or when you're making posts, look at a post that you can use to encourage a response. Ultimately, LinkedIn is all about conversations, and LinkedIn is a networking platform, so we need to learn to converse with one another. So think about posting something that will elicit a response and spark a conversation. That's what you want. It's going to appear higher in everyone else's feed. Use LinkedIn to brag, and I know this sounds absolutely terrible, and there are a lot of people who cringe and go, oh no, I couldn't possibly. But you know what? How many times don't we see it? I see a CA finally get CICA certified, and I think, oh, that's fantastic. And they post it on LinkedIn. Of course they do, because that's bloody well done. So use LinkedIn to brag. If you've done something great and you're proud of yourself, share it with your network, for goodness sake. And who knows who it inspires in the process. Promote each other. You know, again, I come back to LinkedIn as a networking platform. We're here to converse with each other, which means we need to lift each other up. If you see someone who's posting, who's reaching out or who needs some assistance, tag a friend of yours in their comments who can assist them, or share it with a friend of yours. Let's help each other. Let's use this platform to leverage off all our contacts. Let's stop looking at LinkedIn from a selfish perspective and what can I get out of it, but let's look at it from a perspective of what can I add to it. Recommendations and kudos are absolutely fantastic for this sort of thing. Now, if you go onto someone's profile who you want to recommend or give kudos to, you just click the more button, drops down, you can say give a recommendation or you can say give kudos. Now, if someone's done something awesome for you, why don't you think of sending them kudos? Why do you wait for them to ask you for a recommendation? just do it. Think about the whole cycle of life, and life is all about what we give out. So start giving credit where credit is due, because you'll find that that will organically start coming back to you. It's a great principle to live by, and you know what? It really works on LinkedIn. Tag companies and people in your posts. You know, if you find a post that's really insightful and you're engaging on it, you're having a great conversation, tag one of your mentors and say, would you mind weighing in with your opinion here? I felt this was how it looked, but I know you might have a different viewpoint. Might be worth boosting the conversation, bring someone else into the conversation. Use hashtags, but use hashtags sparingly. This is not Twitter, for goodness sake. So we don't want to go hashtag all over the place, and we don't want to go hashtag Saturday Night Fever and all of that nonsense. But use hashtags that are really niche to your subject and really pertinent to the content of your message. No more than 3 per post. Use a bit of wisdom, explore with them. No one's going to penalize you and say, that's the wrong hashtag. Just try it, see what it does. And engage. My last point is engage on industry content. So if you are in the construction field and you are looking for work in construction, you would need to start following a couple of construction companies, engage with a couple of construction leaders, and you would need to engage on industry content. So when you see something about a building that has fallen down because safety checks weren't adhered to, maybe you can weigh in with your experience and say, well, in my experience, this is what happened and this is how we prevented that. So you're pitching or positioning yourself as an industry leader, you're positioning yourself as someone with relevant or inspiring information to add, but you're also opening up a conversation around this thing. At the end of the day, whatever you do on LinkedIn, nothing is wrong, but just remember, your purpose there is to network and to drive more conversations. I've had to ask myself this lately, what am I doing to drive more conversations? So to that end, I would love for you to comment on this post and let me know what you're doing to drive more conversations. My name is Chantal Buerta. I'm a recruitment strategist and coach. You can reach out to me on 083 476 4265. Thanks.